Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on where you're at in the world. For me, I'm lucky enough to be studying abroad in Barcelona right now. I have some similarities and differences between the classrooms of America as well as Barcelona, and I have some pretty interesting stories. So, if you'd like to listen, feel free to stick around, but if not, mosey on your way. So, you decided to stick around. Sick. So, first off, I just have to say, me being on American time is a lot different than European time. I'm not talking about jet lag. I'm talking that I was 5 minutes early for my first class, right? Go in, nobody's in there. Get kind of nervous. It's the first day of class. Maybe I'm in the wrong spot, but I knew I was in the right room, you know? Go, walk in, hang up my jacket, sit down, kind of look around. Nobody's in there. Not until 5 minutes late, right? So 10 minutes after I first sat down, people walk in, I'm the only one sitting there. European time, people show up late. They're out having coffee. They're out enjoying life. And I was just sitting there alone. Now with the similarities and differences, the main similarity I found is that there's going to be classes that you like and there's going to be classes that you don't like. Interest, professors, and everything like that. But school is school and you just gotta hope you learn something at the end of the day. Now, the really cool part, the differences. So this is especially the part that I'm most excited to talk about because of all the differences that I could see and honestly how beautiful they were. First off, everybody's from a different place. And truthfully, it was just incredible to meet so many people from so many different countries and hear all their different accents. And for me, being someone saying, "Oh my God, I love your American accent," like I've never had an accent before, so it was very interesting, you know, to hear everybody's story, to where they're from, their favorite places there. Second is the grading system. So you need 5 out of 10 points to pass. And it's like not 50%. It's like you get points, so 5 out of 10 points, and you pass the class. And my school, you need a 70%, right? So 7 out of 10, I guess that transfers to. And then there's like different types of grading. So I could either choose the non-continuous or continuous. The continuous, I have like multiple exams, so like 2 midterms usually, and then there's exercises throughout the year. But the non-continuous, you just take one final. That's your grade. One final at the end. And I guess there are people that don't show up any days of the class and just take the one final. If they pass, they pass. If they don't, they don't. One thing that's really cool is that when most people from Europe speak English, they speak British English, not American English. So some of the words they say is off. It's similar to like when a southerner from the US says soda and the northerner says pop. It's very similar to that, just certain words that are switched, and you know, you can still understand everything they say, but yeah. Now, what you've all been waiting for, I have 2, not 1, but 2 interesting stories of my first week of classes. The first happened in my first day of class. So the professor's talking and he goes, you know, we'll have certain readings, a certain amount of pages to read every week. Just make sure you have them read before the class. This is our book, blah, 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 blah. Starts going off, and then he says, unfortunately, I don't have an English version, so our book is in Spanish. You know, and so the class is Economic History of Spain. It would make sense that the book is in Spanish, you know. But instantly, as soon as he says that, a girl behind me raises her hand, right? She goes, "Professor, why is our book in Spanish? This class is supposed to be in English." And the professor, without hesitation, he goes, "You're right. Our class is going to be taught in English, but unfortunately, because there's no English version of the book is going to be in Spanish. And being that you're going to be living in Spain for the next couple of months, don't you think it'd be good for you to practice your Spanish?" No hesitation, starts talking more about the class. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, this guy, I like him. Don't know his name yet, but I like him. And so now I have a book that's in Spanish. And first off, like, I had to go to the library to try to find this book. I have a hard time finding books in an English library, much less a Spanish library. So I'm like going in the wrong hall, going down the wrong things, and I finally find it, open it up. I can't read a single word. I have like 50 words in my Spanish dictionary right now. They're growing daily. Every day I learn like 5 words. It's great. But right now, I can't read in Spanish. So I sit there at my desk and I translate the book. It took me an hour for 1 page. So guess what I'm doing this weekend? Nothing fun? No. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to read the book. It's like a challenge, like Mount Everest. People don't climb Mount Everest because it's fun. They do it because it's a challenge. Second story. So, I was in my international marketing class, and this is the second day. And he starts explaining, right, we're going to learn what marketing is today. A lot of you guys think you know what marketing is, but it's super simple. You guys overcomplicate it, and he's going on this rant, right? And then he finally says, I want one person to write what they think marketing is on the board. And he looks at me. I'm sitting there, minding my own business, minding my P's and Q's, not disrupting the class or nothing. He goes, hands me the marker. You, go write your name on the board, or go write what you think marketing is on the board. He goes, don't be scared. I didn't say it out loud, but I was thinking it. Man, you think I'm scared? I've taken Introduction to Marketing, thank you, Go write what I think marketing is on the board. He goes, oh, where are you from? America? Oh, I knew you'd know the answer. But it's not complete. Does someone else think they can put a definition of marketing on the board? Here you. Goes and picks someone else. Go write it down. One by one, he puts 12 definitions. It's actually kind of cool because they were all from different countries, but each on the board of what that we thought marketing was. Then he goes up to another student. He goes, do you think one of these definitions is wrong? He goes, yeah. He goes, go cross it out. Goes up, puts an X through it. Anybody else? Anybody else thinks one's wrong? Goes to that person. That person crosses it out. One by one, each of the definitions gets crossed out. And then you know what happens? He goes on. He goes, it's a lot simpler than all you guys put it. He writes 4 words on the board. Not even a complete sentence, just 4 words. He goes, fulfill need, gain money. He goes, you're welcome. Class is dismissed. It took him an hour and a half to write 4 words on the board. Yeah. It's a long walk home. Long walk home. But other than that, my campus is gorgeous. Like, the weather is phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie, Florida might be a little better, but the weather is phenomenal here, and the campus is gorgeous, and I'm glad to be here. And if you guys have any more questions about like studying abroad, cultural differences, the hardness of the class, or really anything like that, feel free to shoot me a message, and if I can answer it, I will be more than happy to answer it. But if I can't, then you can make fun of me, I guess. I don't know. Do what you gotta do. But if you like my videos, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, rate, and all that cool YouTube stuff.